Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am glad that you have found time to attend this presentation, and the topic today is calcium and life. My name is Maria Ivanova, Tiens UK country trainer, and I'm very happy to deliver to you this presentation today. Why calcium and life? You are going to find out more during the course of the presentation. According to the World Health Organization, there are 4 conditions for health that we have to take in consideration. Number 1, this is balanced diet. In many of our health seminars that we have had so far, we have spoken about the balanced diet, what we need to focus on, what kind of nutrition we need, how to take them from the food or from certain food supplements. The second thing is to have enough sleep, because during the sleeping, our self-defense system works properly, our meridians are active in different time of the night, and they help our body to detox. For example, between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m., the active meridian is for our liver. This is why at detox program, we have our chitosam between 9 and 11 o'clock. So when we go to bed, it will work to help the liver to detox. So sleeping enough will help you to stay healthier. Proper exercises. And not to do too much exercises as a sportsman, as a people who are having this as their job, or they're preparing for certain competition or Olympic games. However, every day we need to do certain exercises in moderation to help our body to work properly. And good mood, positive thinking, positive attitudes, laughing, speaking with people that makes us feel better is part of the healthier lifestyle. So don't ignore people that make you feel valued, that make you feel that you deserve to have a high quality life. Pay attention to these people. Spend more time with positive people. It is very important for your health. So while we can focus on sleep, exercises, and good mood, this is in our hands. We can do this. The most important thing is, can we have the balanced diet from the food that we eat every day? Is it possible or it is not possible? And today in our presentation, we are going to focus exactly on this part of the World Health Organization that says that in order for us to stay healthy, we need to have balanced diet. So there are more than 100 nutrients that our body needs. Some of them are produced in our body. Some of them we need to take them through the food during our meals. And they are divided in 7 different sections, 7 different groups. On the top, these are proteins, vitamins, mineral, carbohydrate, fat, water, and dietary fiber. All these nutrients we need to take through the food, and when the food is not enough, we must supply with high quality food supplements. So we said vitamins and minerals. And let's speak about the minerals effect. 5% of human weight is mineral. And there are different minerals, not only one. However, calcium takes up the largest proportion of humans' mineral, which is 2%. So from all these 5%, 2% is only the calcium. And because it is the largest proportion of humans' mineral, it is very important to our well-being, to our health. Let's see what is the mineral effect on our body for our health. They provide necessary component of forming the organism. They keep the balance of water and electrolyte, and they keep the transmission of nerve and muscle permeability of cytomembrane. And they play a vital role of some functional materials of our body. This is just a brief introduction of the mineral of our body. However, let's focus on the calcium itself, because today we are going to speak about the benefits of calcium and what will happen if we don't have enough calcium, how to supply calcium to our body. Number one, our skeleton, our bones, arms, legs, all the bones are, we have calcium. Calcium is the main formation substance in our bones. It is in our teeth, in our nails, in our hair. So this is the most important for the calcium. At the same time, calcium keeps the stable heart rate. Without calcium, our heart will not work properly. And without our heart working properly, we are not healthy. Do you agree with this? Number two, transmission of nervous impulses. So when we have enough calcium in our body, and this transmission of nerves will go, the command will go to all the body, whether we are going to do certain thing, to speak or to move. All this is connected with the transmission of nervous impulses. Another thing, every time when we shrink, contract, or relax our muscles, we need calcium. And imagine people who are working very hard, they work physical job, and they do a lot of relaxation and muscle movement. So do they need more calcium? Think about this. And people who work with their mind for the transmission of the nervous impulses, they also need calcium. Children who are running all the time, moving, do they need calcium? Their muscles they are jumping, they are moving. So speed up the phagocytosis of leukocysts. I'm not going to go in details about some specific terms. And participates the bonding process among cells. So our cells will not be able to work properly and healthy without calcium, let's say like this. And our body contains trillions of cells. Without healthy cells, we can't be healthy as well. Number 8, play an important role in conception or fertility. Without calcium, neither men or women can have children. I can speak a lot about this, but let's just say this. If a family doesn't have children, one of the products that we can recommend to them is calcium for both for men and for women. And after that, for developing the baby before it is born in pregnant women, the pregnant woman, she needs calcium because she will give this calcium to the formation of the skeleton of the baby. Without calcium, this will not be possible. And there have been certain cases when mom didn't have enough calcium and children were born without one, for example, hand. And it is a problem that mom will live all her life with this problem for her child. Participate several physiological functions of cells. Actually, when the nutrients that the cell needs to be fed, it needs calcium. So calcium, iron, brings the nutrients that the cell needs inside the human cell. So if we don't have enough calcium in our blood, our cells will not be fed properly. Here are some percentage of deficiency in different countries in the world. We are not going to to focus on this, but let's see. United Kingdom 855 milligrams a day. What is calcium deficiency? When we were born, we grow, and when we grow, babies, children, they need calcium to grow their bones, their teeth, and at the age of 30-35, the bone material density reaches its peak. After that, it begins to decline. And as you can see here on this picture, the lady who is 35, her back is straight, and after that, 45, 50, 60, the skeleton changes. When you walk and you meet people, pay attention at their posture. If you see one of the postures like at the age of 60, 65, pay attention at these postures. If you see something like this, these ladies or gentlemen, mostly ladies, they need desperately calcium food supplement. And let's focus now what is the recommended dietary allowance per day for calcium for different ages. It is important for you to know. Babies up to 7 months, they need 200 milligrams, boys and girls. And they can have this from the milk that their mom, if they are breastfeeded. But if they are not breastfeeded, it is a different story. 7 to 12 months, babies need 260 milligrams of calcium. Between 1 year and 3 years old toddlers, they need 700 milligrams. Between 4 and 8 years, they need 1,000 milligrams. And pay attention, please, teenagers, they need much more calcium. 9 to 13, 14 to 18, they need 1,300 milligram calcium a day. And this is why we will highly recommend, if you have children at this age, or if you have friends who have children, especially teenagers, they desperately need not one sachet of calcium, they will need 2 sachets of calcium to stay healthy. After that, adults, they need 1,000 milligram calcium a day, women and men, and between 50 and 70 years, male need 1,000, however, female need 1,200 milligrams of calcium. If the woman is pregnant, she needs the same amount of calcium like teenagers, 1,300 milligrams. If the woman is breastfeeding, she needs lots of calcium because through the milk, she will give this to her baby. And we recommend breastfeeding women and pregnant women to take calcium for children, Tiens Calcium for children, just for your information. After 70 years old, people need more calcium, 1,200 as well. And these 2 slides are the most important for you to understand the calcium migration, why it is important to, I'll try my video again, why it is important to have extra calcium as a food supplement. So please pay attention at this slide. I'll try to explain it, and after that, try for yourself to understand it. Calcium migration. There are 7 steps for this calcium migration, and it is important for us to understand. Number 1, we have 2 types of calcium. One is bone calcium, and 99% of calcium in our body is in our bones, teeth, nails, and hair. And only 1% of calcium is in our blood. So we call it bone calcium and blood calcium. However, when you go to the doctor and they do a test to you, they usually test what is the blood calcium in your body. So the test usually is what is the blood calcium when you give blood. And when blood calcium shows that it is not enough, it is less than it must be in your blood, then we have in our body self-defense system, the system that works without asking us. We have thyroid glands and parathyroid glands, 4 parathyroid glands behind the thyroid glands. And when you have lack of calcium in your blood, then the parathyroid glands release a secret, which is called parathyroid hormone. And this parathyroid hormone, the process is quite specific, but we will make it using easier words. Let's say give an order, this secret from the bone calcium to go to the blood calcium. There is a special process for this. So from the bones, calcium goes to the blood to blood cells. And after that, your body starts working better. However, what is happening when bones give calcium to the blood? There is less calcium in the bones. And because there is less calcium in the bones, there are different health problems. One of them is osteoporosis. So osteoporosis is a result of lack of calcium in your body, not enough calcium in your body. And your life is saved, so you have calcium in your blood, which is a must for your life. However, bone calcium and blood calcium, they are different types of calcium. And because they are different type of calcium, your life is saved. However, some health issues are happening because of lack of calcium in general in your body, and this is arteriosclerosis. And from arteriosclerosis can become hypertension, which means high blood pressure as a result of lack of calcium in your body. Thrombosis, thrombophlebitis, all the problems with your heart, brain can happen as a result of lack of calcium in your body and this migration. People say, you don't feel anything. You just don't feel anything when this migration is happening. However, these health issues started forming in your body. Let's continue on the next slide and to see what is the next step. When this bone calcium, which is called calcitonin, is in your blood and it is too much, it becomes danger for your life, not for your health, for your life. Too much bone calcium in your blood is dangerous. Then again, thyroid glands gives, let's say, an order for the extra calcium that is in your blood to go back to the bones. Can you see this arrow? Back to bones. And it never, ever goes exactly from where it has been taken. It goes to different parts of your bones. And in this case, when we have this back migration of calcium from the blood to your bones, different health issues can occur, and some of them are bone spurs or osteoproliferation. Different health issues can happen as a result of this process. So at the beginning, we had from the bone to the blood, to blood vessels. When we had osteoporosis, arteriosclerosis, hypertension, thrombosis, and all the problems with your heart. After that, we had the calcium back, but we have other health issues. Because it is different calcium, it doesn't go back from where it has been taken. Let's pay attention at diseases caused by calcium. There are so many. Do you remember that in our presentations, we say that more than 100 health common diseases and illnesses are happening in our body because of the lack of calcium. And let's focus here on some of them. On your head, dizziness, epilepsy, headaches, insomnia, memory loss, dementia. Can you imagine all this? with your skin, epidermis, dark spot, age spot, acne, eczema, blackheads, about your heart and blood vessels, anemia, arteriosclerosis, all heart diseases, hypertension, stroke, varicose vein, all this is as a result of lack of enough calcium in your body. Muscle cramps. Have you ever had muscle cramps? Have you ever had headache? Have you ever had, let's say, spots, blackheads, dark spots? So to avoid all these strokes, heart diseases, it is important to focus on having enough calcium. Intestine, lung, kidney, liver. As a result of this migration of the calcium, bone to blood vessels and back from blood vessels to bones, we can have kidney stones, we can have gallbladder stones, and asthma as a result of lack of calcium, constipation, diarrhea, and ulcer in different parts of the body. Let's see body fluid. Obesity, weak sexual function, immune function disorders. In order to have strong immunity, to boost your immunity, you need calcium. Colds, flu, cancer can be as a result of calcium. I remember one of testimonials from a Polish gentleman who had cancer, and he met somebody from Tiens, and they recommended him our calcium, and he started taking 4 sachets of calcium a day. Eye, nose, ear, cataracts, rhinitis, lots of problems with your eyes, nose, and ear can happen as a result of lack of calcium. And I am sure that everybody of you knows about your bone, teeth, and nails. Arthritis, people who have arthritis, they have lack of calcium. Brittle nails, osteoporosis, fractures. They said, I was walking on the street and I just put my leg wrong on the pavement, and I broke my leg. Tooth decay, shoulder and back pain. When I speak to somebody and they say, oh, I have back pain, and I tell them, you need calcium. How you can say that I need calcium? You don't know. Yes, you do. And if people trust me and they take calcium, the back pain disappeared. There have been so many cases about this. Doesn't matter, shoulder pain, back pain, knee pain, but especially back pain. So pay attention. These are just some of the health issues that can happen of lack of calcium. From where we can tell, we understand that calcium is important for our body. And some people say, I'm young, I don't need calcium. And let's see some of 5 misunderstandings about calcium supplements. People say, I don't need calcium supplement because I'm young. I don't need calcium supplements. I'm young and I don't need. You remember that young people, they need 1,000 and 300, it depends on the age, milligram calcium per day. and from where they will take it. By the age of 30 years old, people store calcium in their bones as a storage place, as a warehouse. And it is important at this time when people are young to take calcium so they can have this supply in their bones for later in their life, and for them to stay healthy during this time. A glass of milk every day is enough. Number one, usually we have pasteurized milk. Pasteurized milk has less calcium than the milk from the cow. Let's say we are having milk directly from the cow or goat, from the animal. Usually we drink one glass, which is 200 milliliters. And it is not enough to supply the calcium that your body needs, because you need not one glass, you need 5 glasses if it is from the cow. And some people have intolerance to the milk lactose, so it is not possible for them to absorb it. Bone soup is good for calcium supplements. How often do we eat bone soup? And the bone soup that you're going to eat will supply you with some of the calcium, but not with all that your body will need, because we have already spoken about the amount of calcium that you need daily. Beef is good for calcium supplement, beef or any meat. Unfortunately, together with the calcium, although it is not enough, together with the calcium, when you eat meat, beef or other red meat or other meat, it has in your stomach, it creates acidity. And this acidity will not allow the food and the calcium to be absorbed in your body. It will create other health issues. Drinking beverage does not affect calcium supplement. No, it's absolutely wrong. There was one of the doctors has published her opinion about 2 coffees a day, 2 cups of coffee a day will lead to osteoporosis, because when you drink coffee, for example, it makes you urinate more, and through the urine, the calcium goes away. It is the same with the strong tea. This is why we don't recommend, when you take calcium supplement, to take coffee together. It needs to be first calcium, and 2 hours after that to take to drink coffee or lipid tea. Beverages like fizzy drinks. Fizzy drinks, they make your intestine, your stomach, they work on the pH, and it makes it acidic as well. And when it makes it acidic, especially cola, Coke, it is very unhealthy drink that we don't recommend you to use in your diet at all. If you have used Coke, think about it now. It will decline the calcium absorption in your body. So we decided, we have seen the previous slide, that everybody will need calcium supply. But which calcium to choose? There are so many calcium over there. If you go to the pharmacy, to other companies, everybody produces calcium. Why? to take Tiens Calcium. Let's see how to choose calcium. The formula for choice of calcium products. First, you need to look calcium source always comes the first, from where the calcium is. Methods of processing calcium should be distinguished. The rate of calcium intake is number one. And so what is the absorption rate of calcium intake? If the absorption rate is low, everything that is not absorbed will create the same health issue like you didn't have calcium supplement. So whether you have calcium as a food supplement that is with low absorption rate, or you don't take any calcium food supplements, the result is the same. All these health issues that we have spoken about for 100, they will still be valid for you. So pay attention at this number 3. Tiens Calcium is rich in all kinds of nutrients, and this is another point. And the ratio between calcium and phosphorus in Tiens Calcium is the same that is in our body. So when we take Tiens Calcium and the ratio calcium phosphorus is 2:1, like is in our body, your body doesn't have to adapt or to have anything that is not necessary. And of course, calcium, our calcium is calcium with vitamin D, which is a must for the absorption of calcium. And our calcium is calcium ion, not calcium molecule. So calcium source always come the first. Is it inorganic calcium or is this organic calcium? Inorganic calcium mainly contains limestone, marble, and seashells, tortoise shells, while organic mainly consists of animal bones. And scientists recommend organic calcium as the best, which is inside our body. Our body has organic calcium, not inorganic. Calcium production, a comparison and analysis. Let's focus on methods of processing calcium. So mechanical method, chemical method, physical method, and bioenzymolysis, which is different way companies produce calcium. Mechanical method. Calcium materials are shattered, and these molecules are large. And the calcium is too big and not easy to absorb. Some people say, oh, you can have eggshells and make them with mortar and just stir them and you can have calcium. No, because this method will not give you enough fine calcium to be absorbed from the body. Physical method, calcium materials are calcinated under 750 degrees and the nutrition is destroyed. And we need nutrition inside our calcium. Chemical method. Some chemicals are added such as calcium gluconate, and calcium lactate. They belong to acidolysis, so they have poisoning side effect. Like all of the chemical drugs that we know have side effects. And bioenzymolysis, we use mechanical method to shatter the animal bones into bone paste. Then the process are followed by adding of active enzyme, purification, impurity, and heavy metal elimination. Finally, all the nutritional content can be reserved. And this process is used in Tiens Calcium production. It is not a surprise that Tiens Calcium has been awarded gold medals when the company started in 1995 and in 2021 again. So all this time, there hasn't been any other calcium that has reached the quality that our calcium has. So, calcium products comparison and analysis. The rate of calcium intake is the first. We have spoken about the tables at which age, how much calcium everybody needs. And it is important, this calcium, to be absorbed from the body in order to work. So, advantages of Tiens nutritional high calcium series products. Multifunctional, comprehensive nutrition resource. High absorption rate. It is iron form. This is why it has rich calcium content. In one sachet of calcium, and I can show you, for example, this calcium for children. Can you see it? We have very high calcium content, and this is half of the dose that the person needs, about 400 milligrams the person needs daily. So let's say that we will have the rest from the food, and with one sachet, your body will be supplied. But 400 or 500 maximum from the food, and 400 from one sachet will not be enough for teenagers. This is why for teenagers, we recommend 2 sachets of calcium daily. Please remember this. It is important. And for pregnant women, calcium for children as well. Good taste, various flavor. Which calcium do you like more? Calcium for adults, or super calcium advanced formula, or calcium for children? For me, I like the taste of calcium for children much more than any other calcium, although I take calcium for adults as well. But today, before our presentation, I said, Maria, you need to focus on the presentation. So you need this nerve transmission, take calcium. And I have taken 1 sachet of calcium for children just before we started. It is beautiful, tasty, delicious. So, calcium phosphorus ratio. As I mentioned previously, it is important to know that calcium phosphorus ratio is 2 to 1, 2 calcium, 1 phosphorus, the same as inside our body. So our body will not struggle to make the difference. It will not harm your body. It has remarkable effect. It prevents from all these 109, to be precise, 109 health issues when you take calcium. For the product demonstration, we are not going to have today. However, later on, we will post in our Facebooks some demonstration that our specialists have done, and you can see the difference between other calcium and other calcium. What is the absorption and the pH, it is important as well. So, briefly, to focus on the review, what we have done today. 4 conditions of health: balanced diet, enough sleep, proper exercises, and good mood. And we must take, in order to have balanced diets together with healthy eating, we must take food supplements. And one of the product that is in our replenishing section is Tiens Super Calcium. After that, we have discussed the function of the calcium, bone calcium, blood calcium. It helps for our muscle to contract and relax, to nervous transmission, and migration of calcium if we don't have enough calcium, or if you take calcium that has low absorption rate, all these 100 health problems can occur because of the migration of the calcium. Which illnesses, common illnesses, can happen as a result of lack of calcium, and the rate of calcium intake, or how to choose the best calcium. Thank you very much for taking time to join our presentation today and to listen about this very, very important topic, the benefits of calcium for our life, or calcium and life. And people who are going to listen to this presentation later, pay attention that it is important to take as a prevention calcium for children, for your children, and calcium for adults, for everyone. Because prevention is better than cure. I will stop sharing now. And I would like to say thank you to all the participants today. And all the questions that you will have, please ask these questions and speak to the person. If you are watching this later as a recorded, speak to the person who has given you this presentation and ask them how you can have super calcium from Tiens. Yes, we can have some hearts as a reaction now to value our calcium and stay healthy with taking enough calcium, Tiens Calcium.